on a Saturday, and we are doing Let's Get Wired. This will be the last one before the holidays. And today I had a special request from Amber to try to do some 3D ornaments. So we're going to start with some 2D ones and then go into the 3D ones. And I'm just going to pull up the video on my computer so I can see who's hopping on. And I'm also going to put the link because if you're working with me today, which is what we usually do with the Let's Get Wired episodes, is you can share pictures of your work in progress on Discord, and I will be showing everybody what you're working on if you're working along with me making ornaments. So let me just pull up my computer and I am going to attach the link to Discord. So if you're not already a member, here's the invitation to join. I'm going to write join Discord. Perfect. So you could join the Discord group and go in the section. It's called hashtag Let's Get Wired. So that's the section you'll be sharing your work. Otherwise, I won't be able to see it. And that would be great. So yeah, I'm pretty soon I'll just flip the screen and we're going to start working. I'm going to show you a few things I've been working on as well, and then we can get started making ornaments. So what you're going to need is, if you want to make them larger, use 16 gauge wire. Otherwise you can use 18 gauge and 20 gauge, and if you have a variety of beads as well, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the screen and show you a few of the ornaments, and then I'll also show you what I've been working on. Last night I did a fun request from Clarice to make a little gnome. So I'm going to show you that and then a couple of other things. So let me flip the screen. You can see our nice outside, little bit of snow in Montreal. It's a sunny day. And we're going to flip the screen here. There we go. And hopefully I can see what I'm doing. There, perfect. So here's the little drawing. Clarice had sent me a picture of a gnome that she likes, so I did my own drawing based on her clip art. Hi Ashley, first time on my live. Welcome, welcome. So I'm just showing some pieces that I've done previously, and then we're going to work together making ornaments. And you can join in the Discord group that I put at the top of the chat. There's a link to Discord, and if you're working with me, you can share your work in Let's Get Wired. Hi Paula, how are you? So here's the little gnome that I made, a drawing that I did for Clarice. This is the one. So basically what I did is I just turned on my camera last night and film myself troubleshooting this design. So I did put that video up. It's in fast speed with music, but I am going to do an actual tutorial to do the gnome as well. So look out for that coming in the next couple of days. So that's the gnome. And then on Wednesday, hi Wendy, hi JW and Phyllis. Welcome. So these are the other ones I did on the last live stream. This was for Alman. I get a lot of requests from people. You guys are awesome. So Alman asked for this one, and so I was really excited about this little instrument. So we're just getting a little kalimba. So it actually makes a little sound, and this one too. So this one makes more of a sound. It's very tingy. That's it. I'm good as well, thank you. So these were little pendants, and then today we're going to do some ornaments. So here's one that I did recently that was actually inspired by a sun catcher that I did in a previous live stream. That was also in a Let's Get Wired live stream. So it's basically very easy to make ornaments. Just do a circle. This is the 16 gauge wire, and then I did the little birdies. I'll link up the tutorial for the birds below. In the description of the video, and then just wound it around with seed beads. So there's that one, and then I'm just going to check, I'm just going to minimize that and get another picture. So I actually sell my work at the Viva Vida Art Gallery in Montreal. So if you live in Montreal, you can come to the West Island and go to Point Claire and see the Viva Vida Art Gallery. So I did like the sun catcher I'd made on the live stream. I actually put at the top of the Christmas tree. So that worked really well. Ashley says, beautiful, thank you. Wendy Kin for the old-fashioned music boxes. Yes. And so Amy's here too. Hi, Amy. How are you? So this is, they have a Christmas tree in the front of the gallery, and we have lots of our little ornaments on there. So that's super fun. So here, what I do is when I sell them at the gallery, I package them in little cellophane. That's the business card for the gallery. And then she has a bunch of them in the little box. So that's super fun. So these are just like a basic round shape, and you can put anything inside the shape. So I thought I'll start with a two-dimensional one. and then we'll work our way up. So I wanted to show you some of the wires that I use, especially for the samples. So we have M. Fitzhappens. Hello, M. Awesome. And Pamela. Hi, and Pamela. How are you? And Isa. Lots of people hopping on. This was a request from Amber, so I hope she can hop on as well. These are the wires I use mostly for my samples. These are from Michaels, the bead landing brand. I think it's their home brand that they do. So I use a lot of this 16 gauge wire, and a lot of this is a value pack. It's $10, and they've got 18 gauge, 20 gauge, and 24 gauge. So these are awesome. I use these all the time for my samples. And so now, Mustafa, hi Mustafa. So there, we love all the ornaments, thank you. So there, oh, you're not too late, we're just starting. So here's the 16 gauge. I use this one for the scarf pins. Let me get it out, noisy. I use this one for the scarf pins and the hairpins, and it's really lovely and it's very strong. So to start with, let's just do a two-dimensional one, and then we'll go from there. I thought it would be really fun to do one that was maybe with a word inside, like a name or a word. So if you guys have a suggestion for a short name or a short word out of wire to go inside, let me know, and I'll put it inside the circle. So we're just going to cut a piece, and I'm not going to make it too big. So I'm going to get a cup. And hey, Becca, how you doing? We're just making some ornaments. So I'm going to cut a piece of wire that's going to be good for that size. So there we go, 16 gauge wire. And Noel, that's a good one. Okay, 2 votes for Noel. Let's do it. Okay, so let's bring this one around here. Mark will like that one. He's French, so he'll appreciate the Noel. That's perfect. So let me just kind of smooth that out a bit. We're just going to make this round, bring it around the top here. And then what you want to do is just bend one end at a right angle. So you just bend that up at a right angle there. And then you're going to just bend this one around. So then you're going to get your circle. We'll bend it around like that. Perfect. Make sure it's nice and round. Remove that. And then we'll get our cutters. Perfect. Breathe is a good one too, especially at this time of year. Yeah, it's a very good to stop and take a breath. I've been crazy busy until now. But things are slowing down now because the Canada or the post is definitely not guaranteed anymore for Christmas. So I've kind of slowed down on orders and stuff, which is fine. So now actually I'm going to put the loop perpendicular to the piece. That way I don't have to add a jump ring and it'll sit nicely with the ribbon. And then I'm going to bring this one around here. And I want to go, I always go like if the wire's coming around that way, I want to go towards it this way. So I'm going to go this. Oh, I just realized there's sound on my computer. So let's turn the sound off. I just started hearing my own voice, which is a little disturbing. So there we go. So we're going to bring this one here, around here, and bring this one around. So we're just going to make a circle. So the sky is the limit with this design because you can put anything in the circle. And I'm actually going to do one as well with sort of like the wind chime type thing and dangle some wind chimes on it. So I'm going to do this one, a wind chime one, and then we're going to go ahead and do the try for a 3D one. So we're just warming up now. So if you need to adjust your circle so it's more round, you could just bring it around like that. And then the other thing that's really nice is if you wrap it with some beads first. So I'm thinking it's going to be easier to wrap it before we put the word. So here's the 24 gauge wire, because if we do it before we put the word in there, excuse me, then it's going to, the word's not going to get in the way. So let me know in the comments if you are going to be sharing in the Discord group. If you're working with me, that would be fantastic. And I'll open up the app so that we I can see if people share stuff, and you guys can let me know. So there we go. Heather, your voice is soothing. You make me want to listen. Aw, thank you so much. I hope I'm not going to lose my voice today, because sometimes that's my weak point actually, ironically, is sometimes when I talk a lot, I start to lose my voice a little bit. So, but I'm very happy that so far so good. That's great. So there we go. So let's just bring this one around. And we're just going to attach it here. Actually, yeah, we'll start in the middle of the wire. Why not? Actually, why don't we start in the middle of the wire at the bottom? I think that's going to be better. So we're going to bring this like so it's halfway so we don't run out of wire. And we'll just start winding it around. You're working along, Mustafa. Fantastic. That's amazing. I love it when you work along and you create such beautiful things. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll put some of these lovely crystals on there. And I think I'm going to space them apart. We can actually even alternate. So like say we could put one big one. I'm going to go around. And then we could put, so how many gauge wire was the first? So the one for the frame is 16 gauge wire. And now I'm wrapping it with 24 gauge wire. Because the 24 is a nice thin size to wrap with. I've got these little seed beads too, so I'm going to also put the seed beads on there. And, oh, Wendy has to go. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, you weren't even sure you'd make it at all, Wendy, so that was nice for you to pop in and say hello and have a great day for sure. So now I'm gonna just try to alternate big, small, big, small. You know, I like doing these samples because you guys can just go with it and do your own thing because, you know, I always say I make the mistakes for you guys. So if I do something that doesn't look quite right, it's all good because you guys can change it up to fit how you want it to be. And actually, when I was doing the gnome last night for Clarice, I just randomly filmed it. I wasn't going to film it at all. I was just going to troubleshoot the design. And then I decided, well, why don't I just film it at the same time? And then you guys can sort of learn from my mistakes. Although I ended up posting it with music in fast speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another tutorial of the gnome that's much clearer and easier for you guys to understand. But I like that idea of just like when I do troubleshoot the designs to film it, because then you can see my process for sure. Hi, Peggy. You're hopping on. Awesome. I'm preparing dinner now. Okay, no worries. Thank you so much, Amy, for hopping on. And so, yeah, because people are at different time zones all over the world. So I understand that some people are maybe even sleeping right now and can't watch. So I remember one time I used to do live streams at 9 o'clock at night, our time, Eastern time. And my friend in France hopped on, and it was like the middle of the night there, like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning or something. And I was so surprised and honored that he hopped on my live stream, although he might have been up anyways. I don't know. I think he's a night owl. So, but I used to do my live streams at 9, and then I realized probably it's a better bet to do them a little earlier. And then people can just hop on, you know, in maybe more time zones. So there we go. So Mustafa's having dinner now. So are you making wire and having dinner at the same time? Hopefully that's okay with your parents. And it's funny because I actually work at my dining room table. That's where I make my. I work not while I'm eating, but that's where I work is at my dining room table, and that's why it's a bit of a mess sometimes. Sometimes I just have to push my wire stuff and my computer at the side to eat my dinner, or I'll just eat at the side. We have like a little nook where I can eat sometimes. So this is looking good with the alternating beads. So I want to make a first home ornament. That's a great idea. Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah, that's an awesome idea. Like a little house or something. That would be pretty. I think didn't Amanda make a house ornament? I'm pretty sure she did during the ornament challenge. She did make a house. Yeah, I remember it now. So I don't know where it would be. It would probably be on the Facebook page in the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club. Maybe you can look up Amanda's name and check it out, because she made a beautiful little house ornament, which was super sweet. You could do that. I did a little doghouse one before. That was cute. Kitchen is for crafts as well as food at my home. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Totally fine with my parents. Awesome. No, I'm sure your parents super appreciate your creativity, Mustafa. You make some amazing, amazing things. So the sky is the limit with your creativity. Mustafa's been making some beautiful paintings as well. He actually did my project with the watercolor and the tree, which turned out beautifully. And you guys can see that in the community section of my channel. I post a lot of pictures of viewers' work based on the tutorials and there and also on Pinterest. So it's amazing. I think I have about 800 images that people have shared over the years of their incredible work. It's so inspiring. You love cooking too? Well, you're definitely multi-talented then. Cooking is not one of my fortes, I have to admit. I'm not a very good cook, although I like making cookies and stuff, so that's not too bad. Peggy says, I made a house pendant, but it's heavier because it's filled with beads. Yes, yeah, when you fill them up with beads, depending on the beads, the pendants and ornaments can be quite heavy. So this is what I've got so far. I'm going to put another big one at the top. And then I think we're good to go. So then we're going to do the word Noel inside. This is really pretty with the alternate sizes of beads. I like that. It gives it some variety, which is super, super nice. So we're going to go there. And sometimes so it doesn't slip, I'll just loop it again around the other side of the top hook just to be sure. So there's our lovely little basic ornament, which is really nice. Mustafa's piece was beautiful. Yes, absolutely. Oh, you cook every Saturday night? That's awesome. When I was a kid, my mom used to get us to do the cooking once a week as well. She used to pay us our allowance to cook once a week, so that was super fun. So now I have, I think this is 20 gauge. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is the 18 and this is this the 20? I'm actually not sure right now. Let me open up my other pack just to see. Sometimes it's very subtle, the difference. So this is 20 gauge. I just took it out of the pack. And yeah, I think these are 18. So I'm going to put those at the side. So here's 20. Hernandez says, hello from the Canary Islands. Hello, hello. That's awesome. Thank you. What time is it there? Let me know in the comments. So we're just going to pull this one out here and get a nice little piece to write Noel. So let's pull this out. I usually cut it longer than what I need just to be 100% sure. So I'm going to cut that one here, put the 20 gauge at the side. What I should do is put it in a little bag and label it 20 gauge. It's 518. Cool. Very nice. So now we are going to, I'm just going to trim this one a bit because it's crinkly at the end. And what I'm going to do is write Noel. So let's just, there's a little bit on there. So let's just go ahead and take our larger round pliers. I'm going to leave a little bit of an end on there. Clarice, good morning. How are you, Clarice? Yeah, Clarice is in the same time zone as me, and she's got her coffee, and she's ready to go. Awesome. So, Clarice, I was showing the gnomes that I made for you earlier and explaining that I am, the video I posted was just basically me troubleshooting the design, like making it for the first time. And what I'm going to do is actually I'll make a proper tutorial and I'll try to post it tomorrow. So Clarice, if you need a little more guidance for the gnome, I will post a proper tutorial for it either tomorrow or the next day. So it's a coming. So now we're going to do the end. We're just going to bring this one around. Now if you need a larger round form, just get a pen or something. I'm in love. Yes, I'm so happy. Well, that was your 100% your inspiration, Clarice. And really, when I do these designs, I'm always so motivated when people send me ideas and stuff, and I always do what I can to create things. There's some things I, choose not to do. Like somebody had asked for a Snoopy, and I can't do that because it's copyrighted. So I'm very sticky about respecting copyright. So there's some things that I wouldn't do, or like copying someone else's design type of thing. But if you have an idea for something you want me to troubleshoot, you can definitely send the idea my way. So it's super fun trying new things. So then we're going to do the E for Noel, and then we want to, this is the O and then the E. Perfect. Amber, yes. So Amber, I'm going to try to do a 3-dimensional one as per your request after I do a couple of the 2D ones. And then if anybody is working with me, be sure to let me know and I will share your pictures from Discord as well. So let me also, I'm going to put the link again to Discord. That's Discord, and then it'll be in the Let's Get Wired section on Discord if you want to share your work and see what other people have been doing based on these live streams. There's also a post live stream section that if you make things on the Wednesdays, that's where those things are going to be posted. And now there's a new art section on Discord where you can share pictures of your artwork and stuff. So that's super fun. Yeah, Discord is a really fun app because it's very interactive, and I'm still kind of like getting established with it and trying to figure it out because I haven't figured out how to get notifications, and sometimes people will post on Discord and I won't see it for a few days, which is sad, and I'm sorry, but sometimes I have trouble getting the notifications. And Julie's here. How are you? Nice. I think we have a lot of the regular crew here today. That's fantastic. Just Almond's not here. I'm not sure maybe if he's going to hop in after. So here's Noel. And then what you can do is just like if you want to make the lines a little more fancy, you can. And like we're going to hold this in place, curve them up a little bit maybe, and then we can do something like that. So then we're just going to put it in here, and if you wanted to, you could even dangle something else, like say dangle something below the O might be interesting. I don't know what we would dangle down there, maybe like a little snowflake or something. I don't know if you guys have any ideas. If we can dangle a little charm from the O, that might be interesting. But if you have an idea, let me know. Okay, so we're gonna do, oh, I missed something. My brother lost his YouTube channel because of copyright. Yeah, that can happen if you use copyrighted music, especially. It can happen, because people can make complaints and file a complaint, and I would never ever want to risk that happening because I've been building my channel for 10 years, so I'm very, very careful to be about the copyright things. So here's Noel. So what do you think we could hang down from there that would be kind of simple and to make it a little bit interesting? You guys let me know if you have an idea, and I'll get some 20 gauge wire ready and we'll hang something down from there. So it can't be too complicated, but I'm open to your suggestions to see what we can hang below the Noel. I'll just cut a little piece of wire and we'll go from there. Or you could just dangle down some little beads as well. You can definitely do that as well. So let me take a piece of wire, and it could be, I don't know, a little tree. It could be, oh, I said tree at the exact same time Julie said tree. So that's hilarious. That's very funny. So we could do, let's just do it in the all gold color. That would be fun. And we'll just go from there. So let's just cut a little piece of this one, and we're going to bend it. 2 minds, I know. It's funny. Sometimes you wonder about time and space and how synchronized they are, because we just had that thought at the same time. Or you had it first, probably, because you typed it, and then I caught your thought before it actually showed up on the screen. So very interesting. Quantum physics, right? Tell me if in the comments if you're into quantum physics. If you've ever seen that movie, What the Bleep Do You Know? That's an awesome movie. I love it so much. It's very, very thought-provoking. Yeah, so we're gonna just do like a little outline of a tree. I don't know if that's how I want to do it or not. We'll just do it like that. Eerie, yes. Yeah, no, I love stuff like that. So now we're gonna just do like a little outline here, making sure my hands stay on screen. Turning into the same vibration. Exactly. You own that movie. I love it. That's amazing. Yeah, I watch it every few years. I really love that movie. It's so interesting. Yeah, the world is smaller than we think. And that's the beautiful thing about the internet is I get to connect with all you guys all over the world. And no, there's no 6 degrees of separation anymore. It's like 1 degree, that's for sure. So there we go. We're going to bring this one in, make our tree. I'm not really measuring these sides, but you could actually use a ruler too if you wanted to. Jingle bells, yay! My aliens in New Mexico helped out. Yes, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, we did some aliens a while back. That was super fun. So, oh, I'm trying not to make this tree too big because I don't want it to hang down too much, but we're gonna see what we can do. So we're gonna bring this one here, bring this one around here, and then if I have to pinch it in a little smaller, I can do that. So we're gonna just do this. I've done some earrings like this too, and I actually put like a little star bead at the top, and they're super cool. So there's that. I just don't want to dangle it down too much, but I could, if I wanted to, add a little bead. Just let me see if I have one that's small enough. If I just stick that there, it kind of gives it a nice little oomph. So let me do that. And what I'm going to do now is just take this. I'm going to cut this to 3/8 to 1/2 inch around there, like a decent size, because you want it to be able to dangle. And then let me just get my favorite round pliers. Actually, my red ones are my favorites too. I like them both. And everybody asks me where I get these pliers, but I bought these 30 years ago, so you really can't buy the exact same ones anymore. But there are some nice ones on the market. So we're gonna just loop that into the O and get my other favorite round pliers and just bring this one around here. And then that sort of closes the loop there. And then we have, oh, it's super cute. So there we go. So there we have Noelle with a little tree. Do you think aliens exist? That's a very difficult question. I have no idea. You don't know until you know, right? So there we go. So that one's super cute. So now let's do a silver one. And what I want to do for that one is make a wind chime one. So here's my little wind chime things, like from the 10-day challenge. And the other thing you could do, and I know Becca has some, is you can add these little keys. You could do one with little keys. So, because I know Becca has these keys, you ordered them for the challenge. And wouldn't that be fun to do a ornament with some little hanging keys on there? So you have like a few like that. Like, I don't know if I'll have time to do it today, but it would be super fun to do little wind chime ornaments and either hang the keys or hang the wind chimes. So let me do a silver one now, and I'm gonna hang the wind chimes on there. And yeah, love your keys. Awesome. Have you been doing a lot of things with the keys, Becca? Because I know you used a few for the challenge, and let me know if you've been doing some other things with the keys. Yeah, they're fantastic, and it's a really good deal. They're not expensive. They're on Amazon, and I do have an Amazon affiliate shop. So if you guys are interested in some of these materials that I've been using, it's in the description of the videos. You can find that there. So there we go. So there we go. Bring this one around. Perfect. So let's bend this at an angle here. So to start our circle, bing, and we're going to bring it around here. This one is actually aluminum wire. It's a thicker aluminum wire that I use to make bookmarks, and what else do I use it for? Mostly ornaments and bookmarks, this one. I use it for my cake toppers. That's what I use this for. Mind blank. So I use this one to make wedding cake toppers. But right now the wedding industry is extremely slow. See, it's kinking a little bit with the way things are in 2020. But I still do a few wedding cake toppers. Not so many. I'm mostly doing earrings and stuff. So we're going to bring this one around here. I made some cute earrings with the keys. Oh, that would be super cute. The only thing with that package of keys is I don't think they're any two the same. You guys, you ladies, let me know in your keys if you had found any two that were the same. But I have a feeling they're like snowflakes. There's no two keys that were the same in that package. Yeah, I think they were all different. So to make earrings, they would be slightly different. But I mean, they're similar sizes, so that's okay. You can get them to look more or less the same. Oh, I just made a mistake already because I realized I wanted to do loops at the bottom. So I'm actually going to start this one again because I realized that's what I wanted to do to hang the wind chimes. So let me start again. Okay, you love mismatch. There you go. Perfect. So then it doesn't matter if they're two the same. You found a pair. Oh, well, that's cool. You were lucky then because I don't think I had a pair in mine at all. Although I wasn't really planning to make earrings anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I forgot I wanted to do like these little loops at the bottom. And so just to see how far I should space the loops, I'm just gonna have an idea here. So I'm just gonna do like 3 loops, and then we're gonna put it around the form. Whoop. So we're gonna get this one and then this one, and then you could just make sure they're more or less spaced the same amount apart-ish. So we're gonna bring that one here, bring that around, and then we can kind of like curve it a little bit. Okay, we'll curve it a little bit around there. So there we have our parts where the wind chimes will hang down. Hopefully they're far enough apart. And we're gonna bring these little tiny ones, but only 1 pair. Yeah, so there we go. So we're gonna bring this one around here, and maybe I should have moved these a little further apart. And if you need to move them further apart, there's a little kind of a hack that you can just kind of like roll it to the side and then do that. So if you find you didn't put them far enough apart, that's a little bit of a hack. Some wires are more like forgiving than others, but you can kind of like roll it over and then bring that one out. And then that kind of spaces them out a little bit more if you'd put them too close together. So now let's go ahead. Perfect. And Becca's were all different. Yeah. So Becca, I don't remember, did you make earrings with your keys? I don't remember that at all. I remember you used them in the challenge, but now I forget exactly what you made, if there was anything else that you made with them. So let me just bring this, I'm gonna straighten these out a little bit, because sometimes they curve a little bit. So we're gonna just push that back and bring this around. Now the tricky part, of course, is trying to center this. So trying to figure out what's exactly opposite for there, right? So we're gonna bring this here. And if it's not exactly right, it's, you know, it's okay if it's slightly off, but we're just gonna try to eyeball this here and see if that's in the right place. I don't think it's quite centered. So we're gonna bring this here and bring that around here. So we're gonna bring that here, and now we're going to wind that around a couple of times. This is gonna be better. Perfect. And now we can remove it, and it's more or less centered. Okay, so now we're going to clip that, and then I have to think about what we're going to put in here. I hadn't thought about that yet. The birds were really sweet. Maybe I'll do the birds again. They were really cute. So I'm going to bring this one around here. Oh, I should have done it opposite way. Bring that one around, and here. Yeah, birds would be cute because with the wind chimes could be interesting. So let's go around here, and then we're going to clip that and try to like get it out again. If it got a little bit distorted, you can try to round it out a little bit. That's no problem. Okay, perfect. So now let's do the birds because they are super cute. Okay, so let's see what wires I have left here. Is this one is a 20 gauge wire. The color isn't like 100% the same, but you know what? I'm just gonna go for it because I like to use this wire. I should have maybe used the 16 gauge in the copper wire, but I didn't. It's okay. I think this is going to be fine. I mean, I could always remake it, but I think it's going to be fine. So let's cut a nice big piece of the 20 gauge wire, and we're going to do the birds. So, okay, awesome. So let's do this now. Okay, so where are we now? And let me know in the comments if you are working with me. And then after I do this one, I can, if you guys have posted pictures in Discord, I can have a look and see. So let's just go ahead. We're going to bend this one and start forming the birds. So we want to make it not too big. I actually might remake this circle because I find it's not the right color at all. So that's okay. We're just going to go around, and this one here. Perfect. And then bring that one around here. So I don't want it too big either. So we're going to just bring that one down. So then I do like the tail So we're going to, let me move this out of the way so you guys can see. Bring this up here. Oh, I think I did. That's okay. I'm going to do it this way because I don't want to run out of wire. That's the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bend it this way. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of wire. And then this one, what I should have done is started like not so close. Like I should have left less wire on this side because now I have way too much. But that's just comes with practice. So now the idea is you want to loop it around here to hold these wires together. So we're just going to loop it around a couple of times. And then this one ends up being like the other end of the wire. So this I've cut way too long. And what I can do now is just maybe clip it. I mean, I could add beads to it, but I think I'm just going to clip it like that, just so it's not going to be in the way. And then now we want another bird on the other side. So we're going to do the other bird on the other side and bring this one up here and just kind of follow. You can make this one a little bigger if you want. And then we're going to bring it here. And on one of the ones I did previously, I did like little circles for eyes, but I honestly really like the silhouette style of the birds. I prefer it without the eyes. I find the eyes make it look like a little more cartoony. So when you have it just the silhouette, it looks really pretty. And I've done these before with black wire, and they almost look like sort of shadowy silhouettes, which is really interesting. So we have this one here. And then we're going to bring this here in here. So that's like how the bird just kind of finishes in there. And then we want to make the tail. So we're going to bring this down and then down here. I don't want to make it too big. And then up here. Okay, so that's like how you do the birds. And we're going to bring it up here. And I'm going to wind it around. So hold it in place. Wind it around. You could go around once or twice. Once seems pretty solid, so we're just going to do that and bring it out. And because I'm not super happy with this other wire, because I find it's not the same wire, so it's bothering me, I'm going to see if I have some silver in the 16 gauge, and I actually do. So here's some 16 gauge from Michael's in the silver, and let's do this. Okay, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm missing something. I'm going to remove. Perfect and perfect. I think what I need is I need somebody to moderate this group at some point. So there we go. Perfect. I think we're good. So if you guys can maybe let me know if there's comments like this, and I'm going to moderate. Yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know how to do this. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think we're good, guys. I'm trying to delete these comments, and next time I do a live stream, I'm going to maybe get someone to moderate the chat, because it's really hard for me to work and moderate at the same time. So yeah, I reported them too, so that's great. Thanks, guys, for looking out for me. And next time, you know what I'm going to do? I've been meaning to do it, but if there's one of you in the group that wouldn't mind to be a moderator of the live streams, you can please DM me and we'll figure it out, because apparently I can appoint someone else to be a moderator, and then that would be really helpful, because that way I could focus on making stuff and somebody else can delete or report people. I really appreciate it, you guys. You guys are awesome. Perfect. So let's go ahead, and I think that's the first time that's ever happened like that before. I've had people like kind of putting like spammy comments, like putting lots of comments at once, but I don't think I've ever had comments like that before. So thank you guys for doing that. And there we go. So we're going to bring this one around here, and we're going to finish our circle. Perfect. Often. Yeah, no, I understand, Amber. You're really busy. So It's okay. We'll find somebody who has time and is able to do it. So there we go. So we're going to bring this one here, and I'm going to bend this one up. This is going to be better with the same wire in there. And then after this, I want to try to do something a little more 3D, but I haven't really thought it out in advance. Amber, let me know if you had an idea for a 3D one, like something that you had in mind when you mentioned that, and we can play around with it and see what we can do. You're down for the duty. Okay, Mustafa, that's awesome. So I'm going to message you and we're going to figure out how to do that. I would really, really appreciate it. Awesome. Perfect. So a hero arises amongst us. So there we go. So we've got this one here, and then we're going to do the loop at the top. Sorry, guys, it's like the third time I've done this design. Oh, and there go my beads all over the floor. That happens too, so no problem. It's at least they're all the same beads. One time I had a tray of beads that were all separated, and they went all over the floor and got all mixed up. So that was a bit of a drag. It's okay. I don't sweat the small stuff. That's for sure. I'll just tell Mark my beads went all over the floor. Oh, Mark heard them downstairs in the basement. That's hilarious. I will pick them up later. Okay, so now there's that. Perfect. And we are going to now add our birdies. Oh, that looks much better. We made with the same wire. So let's do that. We're going to attach this, and we are going to put this one here, right in the middle, and around and around. Maybe I'll give this one to my mom. She would love this. Yeah, my mom loves wind chimes and things like that. So I'm just going to cut it here, because if I add beads, I'll just wind a different wire around rather than use the same wire. I mean, if these ends were long enough, you could definitely add beads with this same 20 gauge wire, but because it's not long enough, we're gonna have to add another wire. But it's really cute just like this too. So we're gonna bring this one here and wind it down a couple of times. Perfect. Okay, and excellent. So there's our birdies. And then I was going to hang these down. These aren't quite the right color either, but that's okay. We can still hang those down. So to hang those down, I would use the tiger tail. I think it's the easiest thing to do. So we'll just get a few pieces of the tiger tail. I don't need them to be super, super long. So we're just going to cut a few pieces. And then I also want to add some beads. So we've got this, and they totally work. Okay, well that's good. They're not quite the same color, but you know what? It really doesn't matter. So that's fine. Mimi will have a fit. Mimi's out right now, so hopefully she won't have too much of a fit when she comes back. But we'll see that for sure. Also, the other thing I need that I don't have are my crimps. So let me get my crimps out of here. Perfect. And I use the 2mm crimps to attach the tiger tail. I just find they're the best ones. They're a good size. So let's get our little crimps on there and attach them. And Mustafa, let me know how you're doing in the comments with your ornaments. And after the birdie, if you have anything posted, I will share it. So we're going to just take the crimp on there, add it through the wind chime thing. These already have holes in them, so that's great. And we're going to bring this up, so maybe like about an inch or something. We're going to bring that one up here. Just stick that one on here. And these aren't heavy, so I'm just going to use one crimp. I think it's going to be fine. And we're going to crimp that at about maybe ½ an inch above the wind chime. Let's see if that's good. I think that's going to work like that. And then we'll do the other ones. Okay, so we'll take another one. These are the smallest size wind chimes that come in the package. Usually when you buy the packages on Amazon, they have, oh, I have to put the crimp first. Usually they have several different sizes in there. So this is the smallest size that came in the bag that I bought on Amazon. So we're going to bring this one here and stick that one on there. Whoop. Get it on there. Whoop, perfect. And then press it about 1/2 inch above the wind chime thing. So we'll do another one. There we go. We'll put this on first. Stick that one on there. And put this one in here. So we're going to stick that one in there. Up. And then just put the crimp, maybe bring it up a little more. I like this. This is 7-strand tiger tail, and it's very like it's thicker than some of them, but not too thick either. So it's a good weight. And I don't remember where I got this one either. I think I might have bought it online. I'm not sure. So now we're going to crimp that. So now we have our 3 of the wind chimes. Let me just move some of these crimps at the side. And then it would be nice to put some different beads. My mom loves blue, so maybe I'll get some blue beads. And here are my favorite beads, including the miracle beads. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and see what I have. I have some nice blue ones. I'm just gonna see what I have in here. I might have to pull some out of my other cupboard to see what I have. So that's blue, blue, and a bunch of different blue ones. I thought I had a bunch of other little blue ones too. I'm gonna get my other tray because I have a bunch, like I have like that, but it's a bigger tray. So I'm gonna look in that one and see what I have for blue. I thought I had some light blue, but maybe I'm mistaken. No, I do have light blue. So here's some light blue here. And because this is the color my mom likes the best, is this nice light blue. So let me get some of these. And I have some metallic beads as well. So here's some nice little metallic beads. It's nice to have some spacer beads on there. Perfect. I'm gonna move those over. Try not to drop more beads on the floor. Take a little sip of water. There we go. Okay, so now let's just load these up with some beads. So we're gonna, just as long as they're in the same color family, I think they'll be good. So make sure that goes right down to the crimp. And then this one here. And let's see what I have. Oh, I have these ones too that are quite nice. They're a little bit bigger maybe. I don't know if I want those ones or not. They're a little bit big. So let me just see what else. And here, let me just dig some of these ones out. Here's a round. Oh, that one's the faceted one. I'm just going to put a round one on here. Perfect. Oh, can't find the hole. There we go. So we're going to put that one. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to space it with more of this spacer beads. It just gives it a little bit more variety. I could also put clear beads, but I think they're kind of cool like that. Let me just do a few and see how they work. So if we do one of these, maybe do this one first, kind of change up the order a little bit, and that one. And I'm trying to see, oh, I have a little butterfly. That one's super cute too. I can put the butterfly bead on there. And I just happen to have that in my tray. I like those little ones. Oh, that one's plugged. Sometimes there's beads that are plugged in there. And actually, on one of the live streams, somebody had a great suggestion for beads that are either broken or plugged, is just to put them together in like a little mosaic thing. So that would be something really fun to do. So we're going to do that one, and then I'm going to just take, again, one of these round ones, and another spacer bead. These look like little raspberries or something. And another one of these little ones, and a spacer, and a faceted one. So let's see how that one's going to look, and then we'll go from there. I'm just going to move these ones over around here. Okay, so we've got that one, and that one, and that one. I think that's good. I'm not gonna overthink this. I think we're just gonna go with that. I had those silver beads too. Oh, that's so fun. Awesome. Yeah, they're cute, eh? And they actually were, they weren't mine. I hadn't bought them, but my friend Allison had bought them, I guess, years ago. She was making some eyeglass holders. She made those for years, and I have them when I have all her beads, and I have those ones from left over for her. So whenever I'm looking for some special beads that I'm missing, I go into her little trunk. I don't know if you guys used to watch Mr. Dress Up. He used to have something called a tickle trunk. He did a lot of kids' arts and crafts and stuff. So he'd go into his tickle trunk and find all kinds of craft supplies and art supplies. So I feel like Allison's cedar chest is my tickle trunk. So when I need some supplies, I just go into it. And she always has what I need. So that's awesome. Perfect. So let's just do this one here. Put that one in there. And we're going to pull that wire down to bring it up. And try to get them more or less the same. We're going to get a pinch. Now, I could use my crimper tool, but for the sake of just doing this quickly, I'm not going to fuss too much about that. So there we go. So now we're going to put this one, and I think it's going to need a little something around the outside too, because I feel like the outside's a little bit plain, but we'll start with this and see what happens. I don't think I have any light blue seed beads, sadly. So I would have to see what I have that might work for that. I might have some like little cat's eyes or something. So here, we're gonna just click this. Already I can hear it clanking a little bit, which is cool. So now let's just cut these ends off and we'll see how it looks. That one. And then you can put anything inside that circle. So really the sky is the limit for this ornament. Hanging the keys down would be super cute. Oh, they make a nice little sound. She's gonna love it. So, but now I really feel that it needs something around the outside. So I could also put these beads because they're super pretty. I think my mom would like those. So let me put these on here. And yeah, my mom is actually a musician. She doesn't really play anymore, but she used to play the cello and the piano, and she used to teach. So she loves anything musical, and I know she's going to love this. So let's just get a thinner wire now. Let's go back to our 24 gauge wire. This is also from the value pack from Michael's. So we'll just take a good long piece and cut it. And we're going to start attaching our beads. And probably I should have done it before I started this, but I have a lot of wiggle room, so we should be fine. I just hope I cut this wire long enough. It should be good. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to start by winding it around. So we're just going to wind it around here. I can always add a wire if I don't have enough. So we're going to bring that up here and add our beads. So it is cones. So cones are the those little spacer beads. Is that what you mean? They're cones? Yeah, they're like pine cones, I guess, eh? They kind of look like pine cones. Yeah, I don't know if that's what they're intended to be, but they definitely look like pine cones. So now, these are a little larger than the seed beads, but I think they're going to be pretty because they're very, like they're nice faceted beads. So I think what I'll do is I'll do one bead and then wind it around one time. I think that's going to work well like that. So one bead, one wind, and then we'll just go around the outside like that. So perfect. And let me know in the comments what you guys are working on jewelry-wise these days. If you have any interesting projects you're working on, if you've discovered some new media, let me know what creative projects you're working on. I'd be really curious. I've been doing a lot of painting and a lot of drawing. I love drawing. I do my late night drawing sessions with Mimi sometimes, and she's a great artist. She does some beautiful, beautiful things. She did one recently. She traced her hand, and then she filled it in with just some beautiful designs and stuff with colored pencils. I ordered some nice colored pencils from Amazon. They're the Faber-Castell pencils, and they're really, really nice. Yep. Yeah, they're pine cones, eh? How interesting. I love that. So yeah, this is really coming together with these faceted beads. I really love these. These are just like a check bead, like a glass faceted bead. I bought those at my wholesaler, but you can definitely get them online as well. I'm very lucky to live in Montreal because we have access to a lot of wonderful like wholesalers that we can go and shop in person and discover new products, and it's really, yeah, it's really great. So now I just want to be careful to make sure these birds stay centered. So I think as long as we just keep twisting like this, it should be fine. So now we're going to put this one here. And I would say these are about a 6 millimeter bead. I think they're not too bad. And the diameter of the ornament seems to be about 3 inches type of thing. I think so. I think it's a nice size. It's not too big, not too small. I think it's really good. I posted in the Discord group. Fantastic. So Mustafa, as soon as I'm done this, I will go to Discord and we will show people what you're working on. And Becca says, I've been doing lots of ink and watercolors. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Yeah, so anytime you do some work, Becca, if you want to share them in the Discord in the Heather Boyd art section, I would love to see what you're working on. Yeah, it doesn't have to be projects from my tutorials. It could be any art that you're doing. That would be great. I would love to see it. So now I'm just going to give this another extra wind in here in between there. And we're going to, every time I hear this clinking now, I think of Amber's dog, because Amber, you were saying that when your dog heard the clinking of the instrument that I made the other day on the live stream, that they reacted to the sound. So doggies are very, very sensitive for sure. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just going to put one bead in between each loop. Otherwise, we're just going to have maybe too many. So I'll try one in between. Maybe it would be better with two. But I'm thinking, should we just do one or two? Maybe two. Yeah, actually, I think we should do two. I'm going to back it up. There we go. Let's back it up. And let's put two on there. I think it's going to be better. So, LOL, Callie, that is, wow, she must have very sensitive ears. That's crazy. Yeah, because that's, I mean, that wasn't that loud, but I guess it's a pitch that doggies can hear, right? So they're very, very sensitive. Well, I mean, when you think about a dog whistle, is supposed to be like such a high pitch that people can't hear it, but dogs can hear it. And apparently at dépanneurs, which is our word for a corner store, I've heard at one point that owners of corner stores actually play a very high-pitched sound, because apparently teenagers can hear very high-pitched, like higher-pitched sounds than most people. I think until you're up until the age of 20 or 25 or something, your ears are very sensitive and can hear higher-pitched sounds that adults can't hear. And so what they do at the corner stores is the owners will actually play a very irritating sound that's at a very high pitch so that teenagers don't loiter around the stores. And it's actually a really brilliant idea. I don't know if it actually works, but it's a very brilliant idea. You know, if you want to avoid kids like hanging out and causing trouble at the corner store, it's yeah, interesting. And I know Mimi has very sensitive ears too, and I think it's you know, her age as well. So because she's still in her 20s, so, or her early 20s. So it's yeah, I think they have very, very sensitive ears for sure. Not me, I could sleep through anything. Mark always gets frustrated because my head hits the pillow and I'm out. I think I'm just so busy during the day, like when it gets time to go to sleep, I'm just, whew, yeah, out like a light, literally. So there we go. Let's go around here. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, I think we're good. I want to make sure that this stays in place. Oh, this is so pretty. My mom is going to love this. That's me. I can sleep through a concert. Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not sleeping is not one of my problems. Although when I was a teenager, I had a terrible time sleeping. I would just like be awake for hours. I just could not sleep at all. So it could also be a genetic thing that maybe Mimi is going to grow out of that. So there's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So there we go. So we're going to go around and around. We're almost done this one. So Amber, any ideas for the 3-dimensional one? You know what would be really cute is, I won't do one on this live stream, but would be a cube like we did in a previous live stream. That would be super cute on the Christmas tree. I think that would be adorable. Yeah, I like that idea, like a little a 3D cube. But let's try to make a 3D circle and see what we can do. We gotta save these. When the red charging light blinks on the power cable, I can hear it. Wow, how interesting. Wow, you've got very sensitive ears. That's, yeah, I mean, there's so many sounds in a house, right? Like the fridge and the appliances and all that stuff. And they talk about white noise. So I guess at some point, some people just get used to it. But whereas other people, it can be really bothersome. And I don't know if there's even a solution to that. Not really. No, and even earplugs aren't going to do much. So then you'll hear all the sounds inside your head, which maybe isn't even any better. So there we go. Okay, art gives me company when I can't sleep. Yes, that's always a good thing. Yeah, definitely. As long as you don't stay up all night doing art, because then you'll never get any sleep. So here we go. So we're going to put that one back there. So here's our little birdies with our little clanking. Oh, it's so pretty. I think my mom's going to love it. So there we go. So we're just going to keep it simple like that. There's our little birdie ornament, and I'm going to have to do a run to Ottawa to bring it to her before Christmas, because we weren't planning to go till New Year's. But I might just have to do a run there for the day. So there's that one. So now we've done two. So let's open up Discord and see what Mustafa is working on. Open it up. I just have to go to the group. I pretty much had the cube in mind. Okay, but the ball. Okay, so let's see what we can do. As Heather stalls while she thinks of how she's going to do this. So let's get wired. Mustafa, where did you share it? Because I don't see it in the Let's Get Wired. Let me refresh my page and see. And let me know in the comments where you shared it. Your brain feels the missing sound. Yeah. So Mustafa, I don't see your picture on Let's Get Wired. Did you share it in a different section? Because I cannot see it unless it's in. Is it in the post live stream section? Oh, it's in the post live stream section. So Mustafa, next time you can share it in the Let's Get Wired section. Oh, that is so sweet. Let me open it up. Look at that, guys. That's my name. I love it. Oh, thank you so much. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Wow, thank you. That's fantastic. Perfect. So now let's try for a 3D thing. So let's get this. And in fact, I might even try with a thinner wire first, because I don't want to waste this wire. So why don't we go ahead and get some 18 gauge. I think that's 18 gauge. Pretty sure that's 18 gauge. And I'm just going to cut a piece, and let's just play with it for a little bit and see. Aw, makes my heart burst for sure. That's gorgeous. I love it. Beautiful. So let's cut this a nice big piece, and let me just see how we're going to do it. I have actually a really fun design for a whisk that does a 3D thing. So why don't I start with that for fun and then see where we go from there. And I actually, this would be a great gift for anyone that likes to cook. So let me get maybe a larger size marker. I want to make it a little bigger. So to do the whisk, what I do is I just take this, straighten it out, and my table's getting to be a real mess here. I'm going to just take some things off, and I'm going to, imagine how long you want the stem of your whisk. And I actually have another really cute craft project. You make like a little oven mitt out of fabric, like quilted fabric, and then you make a whisk and you sew it on the oven mitt. I'm going to show you. It's so cute. I made a bunch one time and brought them to the cottage. So you you sew a little oven mitt like that, and then you just make your whisk out of wire, okay, like that. And then you just stitch it on, and then you put a magnet on the back, and it's super cute, and it's a great gift for anyone that likes to cook. So I should try to do a tutorial for that, because it's really, really fun. But in the meantime, let me do the whisk, and either I could use the highlighter or one of my pill bottles. This might be too big, but we're gonna see. Actually, I don't want to do it too big because I'm gonna run out of wires. So let's take this and bring this. Oh, I have to get a new whisk. mine has gone missing. Oh, well, you can make your own whisk then. Just don't use some weird wire. If you use stainless steel, you could definitely use it. It could be functional, Mustafa. You can make your own whisk. In fact, that's a great idea. Now I want to make my own whisk to make like little mini omelets. Do you guys ever watch those channels, those YouTube channels, or like on Facebook called Taste Made? And where they do all the cooking tutorials. And then I don't know if it's that same one, but there's another one that does like teeny tiny mini food. I think they have an Instagram account, but they make teeny tiny little tiny food. So you can make your own little whisk and make teeny tiny food. That would be adorable. Oh yeah. I mean, I could just spend hours doing funky craft projects like this. So what I did for the whisk is I did one little loop. And so now I'm going to go around. I've seen those, yes. So now we're going to go around and do one. So we did one direction. Now we're going to do one another direction, okay, for the whisk. Okay, and then you want to just see if it's going to sit on top. But then you want to like bend it a little more so it actually sits on top. Okay, so that's the other direction. Now we're just going to round that out a little more. Okay, so this goes like that. If I run out of wire, I'm just going to add one. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So there, that goes that way. Okay, and then you want to help this along and bring this way in here. Okay, and then I always help the wire along with the pliers first. Otherwise, it's going to get really distorted. So I give it a little bend, bring it over to this side, and now we're going to do a third one. So we're going to bring that one down here. Okay. Mini eggs. Do they actually have mini eggs? Wow, that sounds interesting. Okay, I haven't watched those in a long time, so I don't remember sort of what they're like even. Now, if this loop has to be a little bit bigger, just bend it beyond where you think you're going to need it. And then if you backtrack it, then it actually automatically makes that loop a little bigger. So the idea is you want them crisscross in a way that they're like 3 different angles, right? So now we're going to bring that one in a little bit more because you want it just barely above those ones. Okay, so now we're going to bring this one in here. And this is just to give you guys an idea of dimensions, making things 3-dimensional. So what I might do is I'm going to start with this, and then I might use this idea to do a 3-dimensional circle, but I haven't, my brain hasn't got there yet. So I'm just going to start with this, and then we'll go from there. So this, the key is you want to make a nice tight spring on there. So we're just going to bring it up and try to make it relatively consistently tight. So we're going to bring this one up here. I love how I spend an hour warming up to the 3D ornament, which I might or might not get to. No, I'm going to try to do something after this. We're going to see. So we're going to bring this one all the way up. I could have cut the wire a little bigger, but I have a solution to that. So, because we'll just use the other end of the wire. So I'm going to bring it up. But like, it's because I don't have a lot of wire left, it's getting a little bit warbly. But we're just going to have to deal with it, and you're just going to have to imagine how it would work. So this is super smart, Heather. This is an extra sneak peek into my thought process. Exactly. This is how my brain works. And Mimi will attest to that, because at night, when we do our late night art sessions, it takes me like half an hour to prepare to do a project. And then I go for it, and then I'm ready. But I have to get ready for it first. I have to warm up my brain and get ready. Otherwise, if I rush into it, it's not going to work as well. But if I do it's like exercise, right? So if you do some warm-ups first, then your body will be ready for the exercise. So it's the same with me. I'm just warming up, and then I'll be ready to do the final project. So now, because this isn't quite long enough, I'm going to just use this end. I could probably make it longer too, but what I'm going to do now is just bend that one that way, and then this one around this way. And I have a little feeling I'm going to run out of wire, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. So I'm going to come down here, bring this down, and I'm going to just make my springs a little further apart here. And I could, you know what, I could probably add another wire to it after, but I think just for the sake of getting this done. I'm going to just do it like this, and even though it's not perfect, you get the idea. You want the whole thing filled up with springs. So there we go, or coil, I mean, not a spring. So then it kind of wire finishes in the middle. Normally it would finish at the top, but it's fine. So there we go. So here is our whisk. And then if you want to fix up the middle part, just bring that in and just kind of bend your crisscrosses in a way that they're equal distance apart. So we're going to go like that. And then you have like your whisk thing. If some of these are too high, you can also adjust this by like making it a little wider, and then it's going to fit more in place. So there we have our whisk. Doop, 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 doop. So that's perfect. Awesome. So I'm missing a whole bunch of these. You're one of the people who were born already an artist. Yes, 100%, 100%. So yeah, so Clarice, yeah, this is fun, eh? And I love the idea of putting it on the oven mitt as well. But to make it Christmassy, why don't we just go ahead and get some of our Christmas wire, and we can do our holly. Actually, maybe this is is this 20 or this is 18? This one is 20, so I could do the 20. Maybe I'll do the 20. So there's different ways you can make the holly. So you can make the holly like I did in the reindeer where you do the coil. But then I know a lot of people do the holly more like holly looking. And sadly, I don't remember who's done holly like this, but I know several people in the group have done holly more in this shape. If you guys can remember who it was, just let me know because I don't remember now. But you can do it like this, where you just do the actual shape of the holly. So that's another way to do it, because I do it more stylized when I do my brooches and bookmarks and things like that. I do it more stylized, like a coil, especially for the earrings, because it's so, when I make reindeer earrings, I make them so small that it would be hard to get the detail in the holly. But if you're making something bigger, you can definitely do holly like this. So we're going to go around here, okay, and then we're going to bring it up, and then we can do another one here. How many hollies are there? Usually 2 or 3. Yeah, beautiful. Somebody who cooks cakes. Yeah, 100%. Like a baker, a chef. You know, if you're looking for a gift for somebody like that, you know, it's a great idea to do the whisk. Either just the whisk on its own. I make a lot of whisk earrings, or you could do the magnet. There's so many things you could do. So guys, let me know in the comments if I should do 2 or 3, 2 leaves, 3 berries. Okay, perfect. There we go. So we're going to go around here, and then this one in there. Perfect. So there's like just the little holly on there, and then what we can do is just bring this around. Okay, I think I'll do the berries with that one. So I'm going to attach it on the whisk. So we'll just attach it at the top, bring it around, and then I can use the other wire to secure it after. So I'm just going to bring it around a couple of times. And Becca says 3. So yeah, you could also do 3 for sure. Let's do 2 for now, but you could definitely do 3 as well. So now, of course, I'm going to use the miracle beads, my favorite ones, and I could use, maybe I'll use the bigger ones just because it's a larger piece. I usually use the 4mm, but I'm going to use the 6mm ones. Okay, so we're going to just put the 6mm ones on there. And I have 3 sizes. I have 6, I have 8, and I have 4. So there we go. So we're going to put that one on there. Just wind it around. Okay, and bring it around here. Okay, and then now it's really wobbly. So I think I'm going to start bringing it around here, because you want it secured so it's not going to wobble all over the place. I'm going to actually wind it around a couple of times first. So we brought it around a couple of times, and now we're going to put a couple of more beads. Put those ones on there. Perfect. Oh, they're really pretty. So we're going to do, I don't want them to be sort of in the way. I'm just going to put one there, and then I'll do one more. So we're going to bring that one around here. Okay, and then I'll do one more here. There. Oh, that's pretty. So it just goes like in a little kind of circle here. But I want it to stay so it doesn't flip. So if you just wind it a few times, and if you find it's flipping, a little hack would be just to take it and put it through here. Okay, and that's gonna, when you attach it in two different directions, it's going to make it more solid. And it's just a matter of finding a strategic spots to hang it. And so once it's there, it should be less flippy once you've kind of like put it in place there. You could even bring it to the front again. And then we're going to clip that. Now I really want to make one of those oven mitts with the whisk. I'm going to try to do that because I think it's super cute, and I can put a picture in the community section of my channel. So we're going to do that. So that is the whisk with the holly, which is super cute. And then I have ribbon. I just have to find it. Where did I put my ribbon? Here it is. I bought a big thing of ribbon on Amazon. So I have tons because I use this when we sell our other ornaments on Etsy. So this is, I needed a lot, so I just bought a big roll. I used to buy them at Walmart for like 50 cents for the little rolls, but I went through them literally like toilet paper. So now I bought a big roll, so it's good to have the big roll. So now we're going to bring this one up and just tie it. So cute. Yay! Awesome. Thank you. So this is, the whisk is fun. Now I have to think of who is a chef that I could give it to. Yeah. No, I have to think. I'm trying to think if I know anyone. No. Oh, I know. My friend Bibi loves to cook. I can give it to her. Yeah, she loves to cook. I'll give it to her for Christmas. Actually, I already have a gift for her, but she's going to get more. Actually, she's going to get a lot of things from me. Okay, I'm mangling this. I'm going to use my scissors. And, beautiful, thank you. So there's our little whisk. That would make a great, great gift for someone. Guys, I'm just gonna grab a sip of water. So now, that's enough stalling. Now I have to try to do a three-dimensional thing. So let's get our 18 gauge again to do like a circular one. So I'm just gonna do, let's say I use my wire cutter to cut everything. I know, even fingernails, right? Not a good idea, but I have done that for sure in the past. So let's go ahead and cut this. And perfect. Let us do a 3D thing. So now, let's see, what do we have in the way of pill bottles? These are all my pill bottles. So what size? Let's start small and go from there. So maybe that size or that size. And then all I'm going to do is just start with something and see what happens, right? That's my motto, just start by starting, and then we'll see how it goes. This was truly a very great start, that whisk. Yay! So let's go ahead and bend this and start. I'm going to just do a tiny one just to see what's going to happen. The trouble with making circles, it's very hard to keep them consistent in a way that they're going to hold their shape. I think I'm going to try one thing, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to try something else. This is even making maybe a little bit too big of a circle, especially for a sample. If we bring this around, I'm going to try something. Let's see if it's going to work. We're going to bring this one around a few times. Okay, magnifique, yay! I love that word. Beautiful word. And then we're going to go around and around and see what we can do. So Mustafa, are you making another piece? Let me know in the comments. I think you're the only one working with us today. So I think what I'm going to do for my next Let's Get Wired, I'm actually going to create a Facebook page, event page. I'm going to hype it up so people understand what it's about, and then make sure people have the supplies they need. And we'll do a specific project and get a lot of people sharing their work in the Discord group. So that's sort of my goal. I mean, it's a work in progress, so we'll see what happens. So now, if we have like these springs like this, what I'm going to try to do now is bend them in a way that they become three-dimensional. Another thing that I did that was a really cute three-dimensional design before was I did an atom, like a 3D atom. So for science people, it's really interesting. I should try to do one of those as well. But for now, I'm just going to see what we can do. So if we take this and bend it out, and I don't want too many like circles, but if we bend it out like that, okay, and we're going to bring this one in and bring this one to the top. If we do that way, just trying to see. Yeah, because if we, I don't think we're going to be able to, let me think. There's two options. We could bring it around and bend it, or we could just do it that way and bend it that way. I'm going to try both ways, I think. So if we do it this way, and then we're going to bend it, make sure it's centered. Okay, I'm going to make sure that one's centered a little bit. And then we're going to, I don't know if it's big enough, and then we're going to just bend it that way. Okay, bend it that way. And it's going to look a little bit like a ball. And we're going to bend it that way. And then, okay, I'm getting some ideas here. And then what if we bent this one? Because I think I don't want them overlapping. So now I'm going to bend this one this way. Okay. See what I've done there? We've done that type of thing. And I don't know if the sizes are going to be okay, but we're going to check. And then we're going to bend this one that way. Okay. So we've got it like that. And then this one, I think if I had some kind of measurement, it would be much easier. But for now, I'm just going to do it this way, bend that way. Okay. Oh, it's getting a little messy, but this is the idea. So we've got to bend that way. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we want 6, then we're pretty well done. So we're going to bring this one this way. We should have maybe had a little bit more, but I think for the sake of just trying something different, three-dimensional, we can do it this way. It almost looks like a basketball or something, but that's okay. So we're going to bring it here. Oh, I lost my computer. Hang on. Sorry, I can't see your comments because my computer just died. So I'm going to just put that in place, and my computer is going to warm up again. And then I'm going to be able to see if you guys are commenting. So say we start with something like this. This is going to come up here. What I want to do is attach these things at the bottom so they're going to hold in place. So let me just try to get my computer going again. And then I'm going to get a 24 gauge piece of wire to attach these bottom parts. This is 20 gauge. That might work. Let me try the 20 gauge. Okay, freaking awesome. Thank you. There we go. So Isa says, I'm working on some Christmas earrings for gifts. Awesome. Christmas cards. Yes, I have to do some Christmas cards for sure. Sorry, guys, the chat was disconnected because my computer died. So now we're plugged in. We should be good. So now what I want to do is attach these wires at the bottom somehow. I don't know if this is the best wire to do it with. I could probably do it with a 20. I think I'm going to do 24 gauge. I'm really worried this is going to distort it. So let me find my thinner wire. Okay. Mine looks so bad. Oh, I'm sure it doesn't, but I will. Yeah, really, I should have plugged it in from the first place. That was my not looking forward too much. But so now we have to, let's attach these, otherwise they're not going to hold together very well. So let's go ahead and take this one, wind it around here. I kind of like the clean look of this because when we did the whisk, it was different, right? So with the whisk, these lines overlapped. And then with this one, they're sort of all beside each other. So that's interesting. And let's go ahead and bring this one down here. And then we're going to bring it up here. So that's the idea. We want these all to connect at the bottom. So we're going to bring this one around, connect them all. That is the key to wire art, making things in a way that it's simple, but yet has enough detail to get across your idea. So it's definitely a challenge. What I want to also do is make a loop at the bottom so I can actually hang something from there. This is a thin-ish wire to do that with, but it's okay. So I'm going to just take this one and wrap it around to secure it. Okay, we're going to wrap that around. And I have to tell Mimi that I spilled beads all over the floor so she doesn't walk in and slip. Is that you, Mimi?
Sorry?
Is that you?
Yeah.
I spilled beads all over the floor, so if you come in here, just be careful.
Okay,
Okay, thank you. So now we are going to make a little loop at the bottom in case we want to hang something here. So it can be very simple. You just need like a little bit of a loop so that you can hang something on there. So I think I'm just going to do that and then wind it around here to get it in place. That's funny. Subtle, yeah, I don't think she got the hint, but that's okay. It's all good. I'll pick them up after. So around here, actually, Mimi was just out because it's a really cool phenomenon right now. It hasn't snowed, but the lake is frozen. And that doesn't usually happen like that you can actually walk out on the lake. So she was going to go take pictures of her doll on the lake. Did you end up going on the lake?
Yeah, I didn't go on the lake because it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
But I stayed at shore and I put them on the frozen part of like the little bit that's frozen.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see. So if you guys want to see Mimi's amazing photography coming soon, go to Mimi B Dolls on Instagram. So and you've got some on Facebook, right?
Yeah, they go on Facebook before they go on Instagram.
Okay, so the pictures go on Facebook before they go on Instagram. So what is it on Facebook? Mimi B Dolls?
I think there might be a doll after the bead.
Okay, so Mimi B Dolls on Facebook and then Mimi B Dolls on Instagram. So now we want to attach this little bit. So let me bring this one around here. Or maybe on the other side was better. So then to attach this bit, this is a little challenging because this is sort of an extra bit. Starting to look a little bit like a pumpkin, but that's okay. So we're going to bring this one here, and then we just want to loop that one around to finish it off. So decide what's sort of your right length there, bring it around, and we're just going to, should be good like that. We're just going to cut it off. Perfect. A girl ice skating, yes. So she's, her dolls have skates, which is really cool. So,
They have more skates than I do.
oh, they have more, yeah, her dolls have more skates than she does because she has 0 skates. So it's not that hard. So now we're going to attach these at the top with the 24 gauge wire as well. Yeah, I'm actually not a skater myself. My feet get so cold that I don't enjoy skating too much. Although I think you can buy like better skates for girls now. When I was young, all you could get were those figure skates, which were not warm whatsoever. So there we go. She said pumpkin just now. Yes. Glad to make it in time for something that looks like a bird cage. Well, yes, it could be a bird cage as well. Yeah, you're right. We're trying to make a 3D ornament, so we'll just see how it goes. And it's just a concept, right? So there's anything you can do with these ideas. I just like the challenge of making something more 3-dimensional. And then once I'm done this, I'll show you guys the other things that we did from the beginning. And then, anything you guys want to make is awesome. So what I want to do now is I want to hold this one in place as well. So we're going to bring this one around and hold it in place. At least if I do a lot of skating, but oh, inline skating. Yeah, definitely. That's true, eh? I'm seeing an atom from this angle. Well, it definitely could be an atom, and I have done atom ornaments before. Sort of like this, not quite, but I should dig out the atom ornament I did before. I did like a one-of-a-kind one for someone that requested it, 3D, because I usually do them 2-dimensional. But I'll try to dig up a photo and see if I can find it somewhere. So now, let's just kind of finish up the last bit of wire. And then we'll have to figure out how to make this a little more fancy. So now you could actually even add beads at the top. It's a little lopsided, like my sides are not even whatsoever. In fact, this one is much bigger than that side, but this is sort of the idea of doing like a 3-dimensional thing. But it's true, it kind of looks like those pumpkins that people made around Halloween with the springs that are kind of like 3-dimensional. That would be really interesting too. Yeah, that would be really cool. So like say you did want to add some beads on there. Let me just get my beads again and see what we can add on top. Something, let's do some sparkly ones. I'm just gonna see maybe some purple ones or something. I have purple. Oh, I have the turquoise ones are really pretty too. Maybe I'll do some of the turquoise ones. So if we stick a turquoise on there, and we're gonna put like another, like maybe the little miracle bead or something. I don't know if I like that one. Maybe I'll do another spacer bead. I like those little, oh, but I only have gold, so, or silver, so that's not gonna work. So we're gonna put that one. Maybe I have a little gold one. We'll see what I've got. That one's a little tarnished, so I don't have a lot of beads on hand. Maybe a gold one like that could be interesting. And a little miracle bead there. So see, this is where I get stumped with choosing what beads to put. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might do like a little crystal or something. Yeah, I mean, you could just spend all day deciding what kind of beads you're going to do. So I'm going to put maybe a little miracle bead on there. It still fits on the 18 gauge wire. So we're going to put, let's go back to the gold one, and a little miracle bead. I'm going to keep it like pretty simple. I think I'll just do it like that for now, and then cut the end. My main outdoor activity is swimming. Yes, okay, that's true. Yeah, I like swimming too. I love swimming in lakes for sure. I'm not a big pool person. So there's like that type of thing in there. The other thing would probably be more interesting would be to hang something inside. I think that would be really cool. And I should have left some wire inside to hang something inside, but it's not too late. I can just grab another little piece. Let me grab another little piece of wire here. And what do you guys think I could hang inside of this? Let me know what we can hang inside. Oh, thanks, Amber. It's really just a sketch. You know, it's really just a sketch for what's possible to do. And I'm sure you guys will make some super interesting things. But yeah, let me know what you think we can hang inside this to make it look a little bit interesting. So I'm just going to try to add a little loop inside. I should have done the loop with the previous wire, but because I cut it, it's a little too late, but that's okay. We can add, you can always add wire. That's the thing. So we're going to hold it here, try to keep it centered. I can wiggle it around after to get it more centered. We're going to just wind these around here, and then I'll cut this side. And then this one too, we're just going to wind it around a couple of times and then cut that side. And let me know. A heart. Ooh, that would be pretty. Yeah, heart would be nice. Yeah, maybe I won't do more holly just because color-wise it's not quite the right color with the turquoise. Whoop, let's get these. Bring that one in. Okay, so we're just going to make sure the loop is somewhat centered. Now it's really tricky to get the pliers in there. So we're going to bring that one in there so it's somewhat centered. Ooh, I think this is going to be really cool to have something hanging inside. Now, if I had a heart, I'm just going to go in my other beads and find, I do have turquoise hearts, I think. So I'm just going to check. I have a whole bag of hearts. See, I have a whole bag of heart beads. So let me see what I have here. Streaming 90 minutes. Something to fun to watch later. I see you starting streaming. Yes, yeah, we've been streaming for a while. We're almost done. And then you can always watch the replay. So here's a little heart bead that would be cool to hang inside. And then if you had a jump ring or a head pin, gold, you can use that. But if you don't have a head pin, just use this one. The heart's nice, eh? So let's just make our own head pin because I don't have one in gold. I don't think I have any gold heart head pins. So we're going to do that. And then that would hang inside there. And then what we can do is put a couple more beads. So let's get another of my favorite miracle beads in there. We're going to stick that one in there. Now, if I had a little gold spacer bead, because I do have gold spacer beads. Of course, I'm going to try to dig it out. So here's all my bag of gold stuff. So if you guys are wondering how I store my stuff, I store them in zippy bags. So crafty yam. Is that how you pronounce your name? That's awesome, says Pretty. Thank you. Crystal spacers. Yes, I might have some more crystally beads as well. I don't know if I have any small ones. I have these are gold. These are quite pretty. And I think I have some other ones. Let me just see. Just digging in my stash to see what I have. Oh, these are pretty too. So this one's pretty too. I like that one. Okay, so let's add one of these. Crafty I am. Oh, that makes sense. Yes, I didn't read it properly. That's perfect. I like that username. That's awesome. So let's just do one more bead at the top and see what I have here. I'll just pull. Oh, I'm just gonna cut this. I have these cat's eye beads, but they're all attached together. So I have this cute little cat's eye bead I can put on there. And whoops, there we go. So perfect. So now we want to hang it in the middle. Hopefully it won't hang down too low. And so to hang it, I'm just going to cut it to like 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Take the round pliers, bend it back and in. So till it's almost closed. And now this is going to be tricky to actually get it in there. So let's hold this and see if we can actually reach it in there. Yep, so it's there. And now we're going to bend it in. So there is, oh wow, it's super cute, guys. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So we have this, and then you almost don't need to hang something underneath, but because I have gone ahead and made that loop, I am going to hang something else below it too. But maybe I can do a little wire shape to hang underneath, like a little note or a treble clef or something. Does anyone have any idea for a kind of a wire shape or icon that I could hang underneath? Like I could do the treble clef, I could do the note, I can do something else if you, or a letter. I could do a letter is a great idea. Let's do a letter. So do you want to do, we'll do an R for Rebecca? Let's do it. Okay, perfect. So my script writing isn't the best. I have to tell you, my writing style when I do wire letters is a little bit stiff just because of the nature of how I usually do my writing. I usually do names for wedding cake toppers and stuff, and they're usually really small, so I have to keep them very tight. But I like the idea of doing something very loose. So I'm going to see if I can find, I'm just on Google here looking for cursive letters to see what I can find that looks pretty, because I'd like to do it really pretty. I'll be sitting down later and make the entire alphabet. That's awesome. Super. Yeah, so so let me just try to do something simple for the R. And then we're going to hang it up on the top. So I just have to, I'm just looking at cursive R's one of my videos came up on Google. So there you go. Perfect. So let us just play around with it. So we're going to just take this and bring it up. Let me get my pen again. I'm going to get my Sharpie. Okay, remember when you did some without tools? Oh yeah, you're right, without tools. That's so funny. Amber, you're hilarious. So we could try that too. We could just try to make it without tools and see how it goes. But if I need my tools, I'm going to go ahead and use them. But you're right, sometimes without tools, it's actually more flowy. Boy, you guys are my memory bank, because sometimes I don't even remember. But if we do, say we did it without the tools, I might have to like just round it out a little bit more at some point. But it's true, eh? Sometimes when you do it without tools, they're more loose and more rounded. So we're going to go around here. Okay, so I don't know if that's going to, I can always redo it too. So it's not really a big deal. So we're going to go around here. And I like the idea of doing, oh, you know what I think I'd rather do here so it holds in place is just to bring it behind there. So we're going to bring that one behind there. Oh, that looks better when you loop it around. That looks much better. So we're going to bring that one around here, bring it down. And I like the idea of doing like a little spiral or something. So let's just try like a little spiral thing. And, you know, I think for the spiral, we'll do it this way. We'll just cut it. And then we'll use our tools to bring it in. Magnifique, madame. You're practicing your French. That's awesome, Mustafa. Thank you so much. So around and around and around. Perfect. So that makes a nice little, ooh, pretty. Very nice. And then this one too, we could do like a little spiral thing. Maybe not as long as that one. So we're going to just bring that one here and bring this one in here. There we go. Perfect. So it's sort of a combination of tools and not tools. So there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I love doing these lives because you guys have the best ideas, and it really makes things a lot easier. So we have this one here, and I don't know if I needed that loop on there or not, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. So we're gonna just bring that one back. And then we can dangle it. Oh, this is so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh. It might dangle a little wobbly if we do it that way. You can also add beads above it if you wanted to, but I'm not sure. I don't want to do too much overkill here. So, Mustafa, I want to learn French. Okay. Beautiful and interesting language. Absolutely. Yeah, it's I'm very grateful to have learned French. I didn't speak French until I moved to Montreal 30 years ago, but I'm very, very grateful to speak French now. Très bien. Yes. I averaged 95 in high school and remember a few phrases. Yeah. I actually dropped out of French class in high school. I found it very difficult because I don't have the best memory, and I was very shy in high school. So like practicing talking, you know, speaking in conversation and stuff, I found it very difficult in French. But when I moved to Montreal, I was able to learn. This actually is pretty cute, hanging it from the loop. So we're going to stick it on there. Oh boy, okay, there it came out of my hand there, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, I think when you're forced to speak a language, it's much easier. And when I met Mark, he didn't speak English, so I was kind of forced to learn French, which is why I learned, and I benefited for sure. So there we go. Wow, guys, this is stunning. I love it. Thank you guys all for your great, great ideas. The heart, the letter, amazing, Amber, the 3D-ness. It's fantastic. So guys, let's see what we got. So let me move here. Same, I dropped out of French, but now I love it. Awesome. So we're two peas in a pod, Mustafa. That's fantastic. So guys, let's see what we made. We made Noel with a little tree. We made, for my beautiful mother, I made a birdie with the wind chimes. Fantastic. And then this one's going to be hard to show you guys. I'll hold it up when I flip the screen. But we made the 3D one with the R's. So we go, I love the birds and love the last one. Fantastic. Thank you. Wow, they all came out amazing. Thanks to you guys. We don't live in a bubble, eh? We need our friends to help us out and to inspire us. And I'm super grateful to you guys. This was so much fun. And Mustafa, let me know in the comments if you posted anything else on Discord. And otherwise, I'm going to flip the screen and bid you all a farewell. And I will hold up the 3D one so you guys can see it. So let me flip the screen. Oh, you are so welcome, Amber. Thank you. So flip the screen. There we go with my art stuff. Oh, and there's Amber's piece that she gave me right there. The little ornament, the little pendant there that I put on Allison's beads. So that's in my art corner, and Clarissa's is around the corner. You can't see it. She sent me a beautiful piece as well. So guys, let's hold up this one. And no, you didn't. That's okay. You can post it later, Mustafa. So here is the 3D one. Let me find a piece. Wait, I'm going to find a piece of paper to hold it up so you guys can see. So here, just a little piece of paper. So there's the 3D. Is the letter backwards, guys? Let me know if the letters, it looks backwards to me. So maybe if I flip it, I think it's backwards because my screen is flipped. So there we go. There we go. So that's fun. I'll try to take a really good picture of it so you guys can see. Perfect. Oh, now it's backwards. You guys are funny. Okay. Let's go back to it. So now it's good. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I might have to twist the heart around so it sits the same position as the R, but that's just a little tweak. Nice. Fantastic. So there's that one. And then we have Noel. There we go. Noel, which the tree is super cute. And then we have birdies. That's make a lovely little sound. Hope Callie's not freaking out. There we go. Nice. So guys, thank you so much for hopping on. That was super, super fun. We're going to do one more live stream before Christmas. On Wednesday, it'll be a regular live stream. So if you guys have any ideas for what you want me to work on Wednesday, just let me know. And Mommy's going to love that. She is going to love it for sure. And have an amazing next rest of the weekend. Thank you. I found you recently. Yes, I'm so happy. Yeah, we have such a beautiful time here. It's so much fun, so inspiring. Be sure to join the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club on Facebook if you want to get more inspiration. Join the Discord group. I will put the link to Discord again here. And then go in the Let's Get Wired section and you can share pictures if you made any of these projects today. So, see you guys soon and have an amazing weekend.